All right, it's been quite the day, right, at the Madlanga Commission. Although she hasn't faced much questioning, it does set the scene for what the head of IDAC, Andrea Johnson, is likely to face, especially when you think about some of what came out today. So as we look at this particular, interesting witness that is before the Madlanga Commission right now, let's bring you some perspective. She was appointed in March 2022 by President Ramaphosa. She's an experienced prosecutor because she is somebody who comes with management skills that spans around 26 years as far as her work within the National Prosecuting Authority is concerned. She's held roles, for example, in the Scorpions, Organised Crime, and also has been shortlisted. You'd remember her interview, quite an interesting one, when she was vying for the position of NDPP at the time. This was in 2025, and we know this is the time when Shamila Batoyi was then, made the head of the NPA. And then at the same, in fact, to replace Shamila Batoyi as the head of the NPA. Then at the same time, she is facing serious allegations as the head of IDAC before the Madlanga Commission, because this is an entity that, has really come under scrutiny as far as some of the allegations have been concerned, as we have seen with Brian Parayachi, a senior investigator within that particular body, IDAC, appearing before the Madlanga Commission last week. And when you look at some of what has come out personally against Advocate Andrea Johnson, she's accused of leaking a confidential docket to Major General Feroz Khan. You'd remember this relates to a 2018 assault complaint, which is, of course, containing a statement, J88 audio, and of course that is a recording that was then sent to the Major General. And when you think about the fact that this is quite critical, because she stands accused of having made sure that the Major General is able then to tailor his evidence as far as it is concerned when you think about this particular matter. And then at the same time, you think about the descriptions that have been made here. If these allegations are to be proven, it is improper for her to have done this. But of course, remember, these are still allegations at the time. You would have heard a witness that came before the commission, concealed, speaking about the fact that she received a call from a person calling herself Andrea, and then sent this particular docket to her Gmail address, and then said, as soon as you've made sure that the Major General sees this particular email, you then need to delete it. And she says that is what piqued her interest, because she wondered, why is she then supposed to delete this particular email? And then at the same time, when you look at the 13th, a day that a lot of people were waiting to see, whether will she be able to come before the commission and give her version of events, she then falls ill. And she said today that she notes that the commission took a dim view to the medical certificate that she had then produced at the time. In fact, to use the words of the chairperson of the commission at the time, he described that particular medical certificate as, and I quote, useless. And today, we saw her then giving the commission a different medical certificate and asking the commission not to disclose her illness at the time. But then she does, of course, confirm that she did have to go see a doctor. And then at the same time, you think about what has now been the big issue. And this is around the issue of credibility as far as this particular organization is concerned, because a lot of the allegations that have emerged here, especially with regards to the investigation around some of those senior officers of crime intelligence are concerned, there have been a number of questions that have been raised about this institution and how credible is it at this stage. But you would have then seen the Minister of Justice, Mamuluko Kubai, insisting that IDAC must stay credible, but also saying members of the public must not lose faith in this particular entity. So let's stay with this particular story and really just look at what exactly happened here as far as that is concerned.